What's going on, everybody? Strike Freak TV back with a video after 4 or 5 years. It's been a while. Gonna start slowly releasing videos back, hopefully on a regular, semi-regular basis. Roughly I'm gonna try once, twice a month for now, and then start trying to make more videos. You know, as I do things, it's gonna be hunting, fishing, guns, pretty much anything outdoors. But today, what we're going to talk about is this brand new Tracker 1754. All right, so getting right into it. This Tracker 1754 side console has the marine mat put down through the entire boat. It keeps your feet cool. It is marine mat. It is durable. This stuff looks really good. I'll also throw some pictures up of the overview of what it looked like brand new. It is a little wet right now. We just cleaned it. Just got back from the lake today, so it's a little bit dirty. We've had this boat for, I think, right at a month. So it is seeing a little bit of use, and mainly the main things you can see is paint spots like right here, which are just byproduct of being at public docks. Other boats come in, slam you, against the dock. But it kind of is what it is. It's going to be primarily used for hunting and fishing. So I duck hunt. I do a lot of other things. I hunt public land on rivers. So this is going to take me through it. It's got a Mercury 60 on the back. 60, it'll push this boat. I think the fastest we've had it was 38.7 or something like that. Oh, just me and my wife, and fully, loaded down with what it's got on it now. I did go with a stern saver pad here, right at the back, just for the simple fact of I didn't want a ton of holes if I chose to go through and switch transducers. So we got the stern pad on there. Stern saver is what it is. It's stern saver brand. I got the kids fishing poles right here, which don't get a ton of use. They do use them, but they kind of get bored and start doing other things in the boat. You see this goes back. I did put LEDs under it. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but right around in here, there's LED strips all around the gun, all the way around the boat. Also under the console, I have a Humminbird Helix 7 on the back, just a generic cover. This cover was like 15 bucks, 20 bucks on Amazon, something like that. The one for Humminbird was like 70 bucks. I wasn't spending that for a cover. This one's rubber, so it does what it needs to do. I got a Garmin Striker 7 SV Vivid on the front. The thing is phenomenal. And I have a very cheap trolling motor. I'm gonna do a review sometime when it ships, but I went through Tiny Boat Nation and got the Auto Boat to switch out the head on the top to turn this into a GPS, basically smart trolling motor. This trolling motor came as a bundle set on sale from Academy. It was like 389 bucks, $400 for that and a battery charger to go in that compartment on the front battery. So couldn't really complain. It's when they had a site-wide sale not too long ago. So my one gripe, I got two gripes about this boat in general. The paint, which obviously this hasn't been hit on anything, it's just coming off with use against, and I say anything, branches, things like that, where we rode up on a sandbar. Nothing crazy. The bottom looks phenomenal. It's just right here around these edges, which I guess is to be expected. The second, well, I say the second gripe, I guess I have three total, is the live well. So you have a live well here. It's a 9-point-something gallon, just under 10. It's not all that great. It does what it needs to do. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. Why it would have hurt to have this go all the way to here, because that space is useless other than for a bag. Beats me, but that is what it is. I did add a tackle webs holder right there for just different things, and that has worked out really, really good. As with any other thing, you have a storage compartment here, which I just have my bare minimum essentials in. It's first aid kit, all your safety stuff, minus the life vest, which are up in the front. Not tackle storage, rod storage on the side. You get your basic 3-tube, and I have more than 3 rods in here, obviously. I've got 2 bait casters in the top. I've got 1 spinning rod and then 2 in the bottom. So 5 total is generally what I have here. I can put more. It gets really tight. That's basically what we use every time we go out, are these rods, because we're mostly bass fishing. You got your light here, which I'm probably gonna end up relocating that somewhere because I don't really like where it's at. I do like to walk down this edge when I'm doing things. So, you know, I usually set a cooler here. I usually set a big cooler from basically from that box to about right here. You know, for drinks, things for the kids, even stuff just for us. I did add this seat to it. Oh, sorry, let it focus. I did add the seat to it. It comes normal with that one right there. I added this one because I like to sit, obviously I'm on the front using the trolling motor. I like to have something to lean against, especially in rough water. I don't ever sit on it. It never stays that low unless it's in travel mode, basically, or it's down and out. So, I'll show you inside this live well. This is a 2025 Tracker 1754 side console. I got a little bait bucket in there with a bubbler for minnows whenever we're crappie fishing. And then that's just your standard basic live well. You have your overflow here, drain, and then your fill right here, which is your aerator fill. I don't like that it doesn't have recirculation, which I guess is to be expected on this basic of a boat, I would say. The fact that, you know, other trackers, which are not the Grizzlies, have them, I think you could put it in here without much of an issue. It's just very basic and plain Jane. The only thing you have back here, you have no gauge except for a fuel gauge right here. You got an aerator up, bilge down, 2 fuses right here. I don't like that you can't, this is not timed. What I plan on doing is doing some work up here, extending that live well up, dropping a bigger live well in. I'm gonna reconfigure a couple things. I will then have your standard straight fill. I will have another one which will be pump out and aeration recirc on a timer. That's gonna come at a later date. Not doing it right now, I'm gonna do it in the winter time. You got a power supply right there, which is pretty standard. So it is basic, and you got a cup holder, I forgot. You got a cup holder up there. Pretty basic, but it gets the job done, especially for a hunting and fishing boat. You know, this thing's gonna go in the woods. Well, I say in the woods, up the river, in the woods, back in the shallow holes, to duck hunt, to do things like even to get to places to deer hunt. You know, a couple months out of the year, the rest of the year it's gonna be spent fishing. So it handles good in choppy water, you know, for the size it is. I mean, it is a pretty nice setup here. Trailer, you know, it's a okay trailer. It comes with a Trail Star. I think all Grizzlies do. As a matter of fact, you see the cooler. That's the cooler we normally put on this boat. And this is an overview of the top. It's about the best view I can really get. I tried to match that front seat as good as I could to the rest of them, just because I like things that match a little bit better. And you also got your fuel fill, if I could talk today, back there. So, oh yeah, I forgot. The graph right here is mounted on, is a Walmart cheapy, lost my train of thought, mount, ram mount style, which has the ball, it has the knob. The main reason I put this on this here was to be able to move it. So I gotta clean these wires up too, but I'm gonna do that after I deal with the trolling motor. So there's the knob to turn it. I have it angled back this way right now. You could angle it up. I could take it all the way that way. If I, you know, for whatever reason, say I'm running in somewhere to duck hunt, whatever, I can move it over, move everything out of the way, all to one side, have the entire other side to use for whatever. I do like the flexibility. I did put it on this plate right here, which is the center cutout for this. And I did these to the rest of them too. I drilled all these out, put screws in them, just so they were removable and accessible. It does come with a cleat there. Once it comes with a cleat at all 4 corners of this boat, and that's the only place. There's another one there. There's another one there. Pretty sweet boat. Comes with a 10-gallon fuel tank. I believe it's right there at 10 gallons. And then obviously here's the 60 right on the back. It's a Black Max 3-prop, 3-blade prop. Don't know the pitch. This is just your standard logos and stuff back here. That's the place we got it. It was Platinum Marine. Yeah, it's been a good little boat so far. Almost forgot to mention, you got your front battery and the storage compartment. You only have 2 storage compartments on this entire boat. It's another downfall to it. But this storage compartment does run all the way up the entire length of that. It gets skinny up there. That's where we have all our life jackets stowed that we don't use. They're back up in there, which we got for free when we got the boat. They kind of gave us a little care package, everything you need to be safe on the water and compliant as soon as you leave the dealership. Another reason I like working with family-owned small businesses. I got a cast net back there. I don't know exactly what battery that is. I hadn't really looked at it too much. I got a simple bait box here I got from Academy, just to put all my soft plastic stuff in. It's made by Flambeau. And then very quick, just because I had to find this remote, here's the remote that the LED light strips come off of. I do like the remote style, which is why I went for it, because I don't have to have a switch. They're directly wired to a fuse, straight to the battery. Kick them on there, so they go up under there. I do have to clean those wires up that hang on right there, or that hang down right there, I should say. You got the controller hanging on the side. It's just 3M'd right there, so it's set up pretty decent. It's got an antenna on it. You can obviously see the wires that I gotta do something with in there. But so this runs the entire length. So I put it back up under the corner back there and all the way down this side of the boat. And yes, it is true to color. They're very bright in the dark. Right there where that gap is, that is where they connect together. That's the way I had to run the strips. And so there is that small gap. If that's a big deal to some people, you may have to use something else. You may have to use a continuous strip. These were a 2-strip. It is what it is. They look very nice and they work. And then I ran it in. Oh, quit focusing on me. I ran it in. There's a little rubber stopper plug thing right there. I ran it in there through the back and then back out the other side, as you can see right there. And they're just stuck up under here. Just with 3M tape in there. I mean, they're solid. They are freaking solid. And then it runs all the way down. You can see a little bit of light coming from inside that channel that all the wires are in. But I ran it down, basically ran it through here, inside that, for light to the inside of this. The only corner you miss is this back corner right here. And there's nothing I could figure out to do to get light there without it being mounted on the sides to where it shined up on the deck and really in your face. And I didn't want that. I tried originally putting this in the actual track system itself, because I don't really plan on using it very much for many things. And it shined out. Each individual LEDs were so bright. You could see great. But if you look down toward like water level, you couldn't see anything. All you saw was light. It wasn't like an underglow. But I do like how it lit up here. And then obviously, that's the end of it. And then I fished the wires through this thing, and that's what the wires are coming out back here. One of them, at least anyways, is the power wire for that, which then runs down into that jumbled up mess that I got to clean up to the batteries. So probably could have added a light in there. Don't really need one. If I got to get in there in the dark, there's some bad things wrong, and I probably just don't even use anything other than a flashlight. So they're pretty sweet lights. Let me go get a shot of this without this light on. I'll change the colors. And I don't know exactly if that is the brightest it goes. I mean, it's pretty freaking bright. In total darkness, I'll try to throw some pictures up. I mean, I'm standing in the boat and it's bright. But you've got pretty much what you see on this remote is what you got. Is some knockoff cheap Amazon lights. However long it's gonna last, I don't know. The good thing is the way it's mounted, easy to replace. Say I get a year out of them. a year and a half, 6 months, whatever, it doesn't matter. I can basically just pull them down because they're 3M'd, pull them down, pull them out, install a new set. It's more of a little bit, you know, of a pain, but there's no drilling into the boat. There's no nothing. They are strictly stuck with 3M. I clean the entire inside of the gunnel, everywhere they're stuck with alcohol, let it dry. And these lights have not even tried to come down. I mean, they are solid. It's been on some rough water. It's been in the rain. It's been, you name it, over the past month. I don't know if anybody knows about Georgia weather. It is terrible. It's the most inconsistent weather that you could ever have. Let me see. So let me try to, the one gripe I do, I guess I kind of did to myself when I wanted the remote, just because it's nice to have. You have to be from right there this way on the boat to change it, just because of where the antenna is right here. Now I could fix that and mount it somewhere else and blah, blah. I like where it's at. Not gonna change it. It's not a necessity for me to stand right there to control this light. It's not that big of a deal. So there's green. And I'm gonna actually try it. I may have just been mashing the wrong button, to be honest with you. There's green on here. It does look a little bit brighter on camera. Let me try to adjust that down. It is a more dark green, I should say. The camera's just really kind of focusing in on the light. Let me try to see if I can fix that. Nope. So it is a little bit darker green. Again, I'll put the pictures up on here to show you like true color. Trying to figure out. So there's the red. And again, the pictures look a lot better than the video just because it's getting dark out here. The camera's trying to correct for a lot of things. Green again, blue, light blue. I mean, you got so many freaking colors. It's hard to really determine what color you want. You know, you got kind of an aqua color. It's orange. I think orange looks pretty good too. I've never even played with the orange or yellows. And then if you're just one of those people, just want it basic. You want basic white, you got it. Very, very bright white. And that's, you can dim them down and brighten them back up. Yes, that is the brightest they go. But I mean, for a white light, for any light, in my opinion, that's freaking bright. I mean, this boat will be lit up. And I'm gonna get up here on the truck, try to give you a little bit better of an overview. My wife took photos last time when we first installed them. So there's some pretty good pictures there. But I mean, hard to complain. I mean, it lights the boat up. And that's your basic overview of this 2025 Tracker Grizzly 1754 side console. Gonna be doing more videos on it. I'm gonna do some videos on the lake as soon as I get a good day to do them. Gonna do some fishing videos. Me and my wife, we go out every weekend. The kids go out with us too, if they're not gone doing something else. So a bunch more to come. I just gotta find the time to do it. That's a lot of the reason I stepped away and stopped doing videos, even though I really like doing them. Had a whole bunch loaded up and then just kind of got tired of it, fell out of it, never uploaded them, and just had to escape for a while. So a lot more stuff coming, a lot of fishing videos. I'm gonna get into some small pot tournaments in this specific boat as soon as I do a couple upgrades to make the live well better. Obviously don't want fish dying. I have kept fish in that live well 6.5 to 7 hours throughout a day, and they were perfectly fine. I just want to make sure once I put more than 10 pounds of fish in that live well that they're not going to die. They're going to be fine. They're going to live. They're going to be able to be released. Definitely don't want to deal with any of that issue. If I'm not going to eat them, I don't want them to die. So a lot of things are coming. I can't wait to do a video on the auto boat from Tiny Boat Nation once I get it. It's supposed to ship out in May. I've got a week before May hits. I don't know when in May, but as soon as it does, I'll do an install video, because I think there is one install video on a foot-controlled Minn Kota Edge trolling motor. So I'll do another one to have it out there for any questions that y'all have about this boat, any questions y'all have in general regarding this 2025 model. Feel free to leave a comment and I will respond to it. I can also make additional videos showing anything anybody wants to see. And again, you're gonna see a lot more of this boat, the customization from it, the fishing out of it, you name it, even what it runs, GPS speed from that Humminbird Helix 7. I'll show it as well as soon as we get a good day to go out there and do it. So y'all stay tuned, a lot more stuff is coming. I actually got some people we're gonna do some videos with too. So be looking forward to that. I'll catch y'all next time.